Welcome back. In the last lecture, we talked about two apportionment methods, the Hamilton method and a Jefferson method. So if you have two competing methods, how do you end up choosing which one to use? Most of the time, we vote, which brings us to our next topic, voting methods. If we're trying to figure out which of the Los Rios colleges is the favorite of students, right, we would probably use a ballot like this, right? You would mark off your favorite college and then you'll submit. But I'm going to actually collect more information from you. So instead of just marking off one college, you probably have a favorite college, but you probably also have a second favorite, a third favorite, and a least favorite. So instead of just marking off one college, I'm going to ask you to rank them from 1 to 4, with 1 being the best or the most favorite, and 4 being the worst or the least favorite. So I'll start off by marking off the ballot for myself. So I'm going to give CRC number 1, because I work at CRC. For number 2, I'm probably going to say American River, because I actually live closest to American River. And then I'll probably give Sac City 3, because that's the next closest to me. And then Folsom Lake is going to be 4, because Folsom Lake is far from me. And then if you do the same, we'll have a bunch of ballots like this. So what I'll do is I'm going to collect these. And then what I want to do is I want to organize these. Okay, I'm going to organize by people who voted the same. So here's one ballot. This person voted American River 2, Sac City 1, CRC 3, and Folsom Lake 4. Okay. Here's another ballot, 2, 1, 3, 4, which is actually the same. So let me group those together, 2, 1, 3, 4. Here's another one, 3, 1, 2, 4. That's different. So let me put that in a different pile. Here's 3, 1, 2, 4, which is the same. Another 3, 1, 2, 4. So I'll put it in this pile, and so on. Once we organize everything and group them together, we end up with a table like this. The way you should read this table is think of the number of votes at the bottom as people. Okay, so these 7 people all ranked the colleges the same. They all ranked ARC 1, Sac City 2, CRC 3, and Folsom Lake 4. These 5 people all ranked the same also. They all ranked Sac City 1, CRC 2, ARC 3, and Folsom Lake 4, and so on. And now the question is, who wins? Who wins? So there's 4 different voting methods that we'll talk about in this class. Today we'll talk about 3, and then we'll talk about the last one in the next lecture. This first method is called plurality. And plurality, we're just going to focus on the first place votes. Okay, so for ARC, the question is, how many people voted ARC first place? So in the ARC row, look for the ones, right? There's a 1 right here. These 7 people voted ARC first place. And that's it. So ARC gets 7 votes. These other people, these 5 people voted ARC third. These 6 people voted ARC second. These 21 people voted ARC third. So there's no more first place votes. Next up, Sac City. How many people voted Sac City first place? Okay, look for the 1 in the Sac City row. I see a 1 right here. These 5 people voted Sac City first. But you gotta be careful. There may be other 1s in that row. So not only are these 5 people voting Sac City first, if you look, these 8 people also voted Sac City first. So Sac City is 5 plus 8, which is 13. So there's 13 people who voted Sac City first place. Next up, CRC. How many people voted CRC first place? Okay, look for the 1s in the CRC row. These 6 people voted CRC first. Are there others? Yes. So these 13 people also voted CRC first. So CRC gets 6 plus 13, which is 19 votes. And then finally, FLC. FLC, looking for the first place votes. I just see 1. So these 21 people voted FLC first. Okay, we're only counting first place votes. That's the plurality method. And if we do, who wins? Folsom Lake. So Folsom Lake wins. And that's the plurality method. Now let's take a look back at this table. So we know Folsom Lake won, but what could be an issue with Folsom Lake winning? So stare at the table. Is there an issue that you see? So these 21 people voted Folsom Lake first place, but what about everybody else? Notice that everybody else, these 7, these 5, these 6, these 8, and these 13, they all voted Folsom Lake last. So although Folsom Lake won, for these other people, which is 7 plus 5 plus 6 plus 8 plus 13, how many is that? 7 plus 5 is 12, plus 6 is 18, plus 8 is 26, plus 13 is 39. So 39 people, so more people put Folsom Lake in last place, but Folsom Lake still won. So there might be an issue there, right? Because like these 21 people are happy, but then these other 39 people might be unhappy. And that's what happens when you only look at the first place votes. Plurality, which we just talked about, only takes into account the first place votes. The other 3 methods we're going to talk about in this class, they do take into account second, third, and fourth place votes also. So the next one we'll talk about is Borda. And here we are deciding between cell phone providers. So let's start off with AT&T. And we're going to count the first place votes, the second place votes, the third place votes, and also the fourth place votes for AT&T. So how many first place votes did AT&T get? So look for the 1. I just see it right here. So 17 people voted AT&T 1. How many second place votes did AT&T get? So look for the 2. Right here. So these 9 people. How many third place votes did AT&T get? These 21, but also don't be careful. Don't forget about this other 3. So these 31 also. So these 21 together with these 31 voted AT&T third place. So 21 plus 31. And that's 52. Fourth place, just those 19. So those are how many people voted AT&T first, second, third, and fourth. And now we're going to give points. So for every first place vote, we're going to give AT&T 4 points. Okay, so for every first place vote, we're going to give AT&T 4 points. For every second place vote, we're going to give AT&T 3 points. For every third, 2 points. For every fourth, 1 point. Okay, and now we're going to multiply, right? So AT&T got 17 first place votes. Okay, each of those will get 4 points, so 17 times 4. 68. 9 times 3. 27. 52 times 2. 104. And then 19 times 1 is 19. And then total up those scores. So 68 plus 27 plus 104 plus 19. 218. And that's called AT&T's total Borda score. And then we're going to do the same thing for Sprint, Verizon, and T-Mobile. Okay, for Sprint, we'll count first, second, third, and fourth place votes. How many people voted Sprint first place? Okay, look for the 1s. I see these 2 1s, which means these 21 together with the 19. So 21 plus 19. Pretty sure that's 40, but let me double check. Yep, 40. How many people voted sprint second place? Look for the twos. I see it right there. So these 17 people. How many people voted sprint third place? I don't see any threes, so that means that nobody voted sprint third place. That's 0. And how many people voted sprint fourth place? I see these two fours, so this 9 together with this 31. So 9 plus 31. Okay, pretty sure that's 40. And now we give points. Okay, so for every first place votes, we'll give 4 points. For every second place, 3 points. Third place, 2 points. Fourth place, 1 point. And then multiply, and then total it up. So 40 times 4, 160. 17 times 3 is 51. 0 times 2 is easy, that's 0. And 40 times 1 is easy, that's 40. Total it up, 160 plus 151. 160 plus 51 plus 0 plus 40. 251. And that's Sprint's Borda score. Okay, do the same thing for Verizon and T-Mobile. Okay, so feel free to pause the video and try Verizon and T-Mobile on your own, and make sure that you get the right answer with me at the end. Verizon, first, second, third, fourth. How many first place votes did Verizon get? I don't see any ones, so none. How many second place votes? I see 3 twos, so all 3 of those people, so 21 plus 19 plus 31. $71. Third place, these 2 threes, which means 9 plus 17. I think that's 26. And then finally, fourth place. I don't see any fourth places, so none, 0. And now the points. So 0, first place is 4 points. Second place is 3 points. Third place is 2 points. And last place is 1 point. 0 times 4 is 0. 71 times 3. 213. 26 times 2, pretty sure that's 52. And then 0 times 1 is 0. Add those up. 0 plus 213 plus 52 plus 0. 265. And then finally, we'll do T-Mobile. First place votes for T-Mobile. I see these 2 ones, so 9 plus 31. Pretty sure that's 40. Second place, I don't see any 2s. So that's none. Nobody voted T-Mobile second. Third, just this 1 3. So those 19 people voted T-Mobile third. And fourth, I see 2 4s, one at the front and one at the end, so 21 plus 17. Uh, 21 plus 17 is 38. All right, give the points. First place, for each first place votes, that's 4 points. Second place, 3 points. Third place, 2 points. And last place, 1 point. 40 times 4 is 160. 0 times 3 is 0. 19 times 2 is 38. And then 38 times 1 is 38. Total it up, so 160 plus 0 plus 38 plus 38. 236. So who wins? So look at the total Borda score for each of the candidates. Whoever has the highest Borda score wins. AT&T's 218, Sprint's 251, Verizon 265, and T-Mobile 236. Looks like Verizon gets the win. And that's the Borda method. So take a look at the table back again. So Verizon won. Notice that Verizon was able to win without any first place votes at all. So Verizon was able to win with a bunch of second place and third place votes without having any first place votes. So the Borda method is actually used in real life. The MVP voting for baseball uses this method. The Heisman Trophy in college football uses this method. And actually, pretty much a lot of college sports use this method for rankings. So in college football, the AP poll and the coaches poll uses this method, the Borda method. The last method we'll talk about today is called plurality with elimination. So this is a combination of plurality, which we talked about at the very beginning. Remember, plurality meant that we only look at the first place votes. Together with this thing called elimination. So think of those singing and dancing competitions you see on TV. So in those competitions, what happens is at the end of the show, there's a vote, right? And whoever has the lowest number of votes gets eliminated. And then they do it again the next week. Whoever has the lowest number of votes gets eliminated until there's only one team or one person left, and that's the winner. So same idea here. We're going to start by counting the first place votes. Okay, YouTube versus Netflix versus Hulu versus Amazon Prime. So I'm going to be lazy here and just write the first letter. So Y for YouTube, N for Netflix, H for Hulu, and A for Amazon. And we're just counting first place votes, so just look for the 1 for YouTube. So I just see that 1-1. So these 56 people voted YouTube first place. Netflix, I just see this 1-1, so just 23 people. Hulu, just this 1-1 here, so 30 people. Amazon Prime, I do see 2 1s, so it's going to be 27 plus 20 people. And that's 47. And now whoever has the lowest number of votes gets eliminated. So 56, 23, 30, and 47. Netflix with 23 votes gets eliminated. And now we have to re-rank. So with Netflix gone, we have just YouTube, Hulu, and Amazon. And what I want to do here is create a new ranking table. So the numbers at the bottom are going to be the same. So let me just recopy those. 30, 23, 27, 56, and 20. Now, the reason why I need to re-rank them is because now that there's only 3 candidates left, the rankings should only involve the numbers 1, 2, and 3, right? I don't want to see any 4s. So right now, if I just cross out Netflix, I do see some 4s, right? I see a 4, a 4, a 4, and a 4. So I want to re-rank using just 1s, 2s, and 3s. So the way you do this is go column by column. So for this column, so these 30 people, ask yourself, who do they like the most? So out of YouTube, Hulu, and Amazon, ranked at 3, 1, and 4, who do they like the most? So remember, these are rankings, so the lower the number means that they like that streaming service more. So 3, 1, and 4, they like Hulu the most, right? So Hulu will get the 1. Okay, who do they like next? So after Hulu, it's 3 versus 4, right? The 3 will win, so they like 3 more. So YouTube will be next. So YouTube's going to get a 2, and then whatever's left will get 3. Okay, and you can do the same thing for each column. So next up will be these 23 people, okay, out of YouTube, Hulu, and Amazon. Which one do they like the most? So look for the lowest ranking. So the lowest ranking out of 4, 2, and 3 is the 2, which means they like Hulu the most out of what's left. So Hulu the most. So Hulu will get 1. After 2, who's next? Amazon's next at 3. So Amazon's going to get 2, which means whatever's left will be 3, which means YouTube is 3. Next up is 27. So these 27 people out of YouTube, Hulu, and Amazon, which one do they like the most? So look for the lowest ranking. So it's this Amazon Prime. So Amazon Prime will get 1. After Amazon, who's next? Do they like Hulu more or YouTube? Okay, remember, the lower the rank means that they like it more. So they like Hulu more than YouTube. So Hulu is going to get 2, which means whatever's left will get 3. 56, okay, it's 1 versus 3 versus 4. So 1's going to be like the most. So they like YouTube the most. So YouTube gets 1. Next, after that, will be Hulu. So Hulu is going to get the 2. And then finally, Amazon will get 3. And then last column, these 23 people, or these 20 people. So it's 2 versus 3 versus 1. These 20 people, who did it like the most? It's going to be Amazon. So Amazon will get the 1. After Amazon, who's next? 2 versus 3. It'll be 2. So YouTube will be next at 2. And then the last candidate will get 3. So this is now the new ranking table using only 1s, 2s, and 3s. And now you count first place votes again. YouTube, I just see this 1, so just these 56 people. Hulu, I see 2 1s, so that's going to be 30 plus 23. That's 53. Amazon, I see 2 1s also, so 27 plus 20, which is 47. And now you eliminate again. So who gets eliminated here? So 56, 53, 47. Looks like Amazon gets eliminated. And now you have to re-rank one more time. Okay, after Amazon's gone, we have just YouTube and Hulu left. Numbers at the bottom will stay the same. So let me just recopy. 30, 23, 27, 56, and 20. And then we have to re-rank again. So because there's only 2 candidates left, I should only have 1s and 2s in here. Okay, so same thing as before. Go through column by column and ask yourself, who do they like the most? And then who do they like next? So for these 30 people, 2 versus 1, they like Hulu the most. Hulu is going to get 1, which means YouTube will get 2. Next up, these 23 people, who do they like the most? They like Hulu the most, right? So Hulu will get 1, which means YouTube will get 2. 27, out of YouTube and Hulu, which one do they like more? 3 versus 2, right? Remember, you're looking for the lower ranking. That's an indication of who they like more, so the lower the rank. They like Hulu more, so Hulu is going to get 1. YouTube will get 2. 56, 1 versus 2 here. They like YouTube more, which means Hulu will be 2. And then finally, these 20 people, 2 versus 3, which one do they like more? Right, 2 is the lower rank, which means they like that one more. So they like YouTube more. YouTube will get 1, which means Hulu will get 2. Right, that's my new ranking table with only 1s and 2s. And then finally, we're going to do the same thing as before. We're going to count first place votes. YouTube, I see these 2 1s, so that's 56 plus 20. 76. Hulu has 3 ones, so 30 plus 23 plus 27. $80. One last elimination. So YouTube versus Hulu, who gets eliminated? YouTube gets eliminated, which means one person left, Hulu, so Hulu's the winner. And that's the plurality with elimination method. So let's go back to the top here and let's look at what happened. Notice that Hulu, after the first vote count, was third place, right? 56, 30, 47. And Hulu was able to catch up at the end and eventually win. So that's pretty cool. Since plurality with elimination is probably the most complicated, I want to do one more example. So feel free to pause, try this on your own, and then check your answer with me at the end. All right, here we're comparing Spider-Man, Iron Man, Captain America, and Thor. So these are Marvel superheroes. Okay, first, we're going to count first place votes. S, I, C, and T. Spider-Man, I just see 1, 1, so just 29. Iron Man, first place votes, I see a 1 here and a 1 here, so 12 plus 8. That's 20. Captain America, I just see 1, 1, so just 37. Thor, I just see 1, 1, so just 23. Somebody gets eliminated. Who gets eliminated? Looks like Iron Man gets eliminated. For our new ranking, we just have Spider-Man, Captain America, and Thor. So Spider-Man, the numbers at the bottom will stay the same. And then the new rankings. Because we only have 3 candidates left, the rankings should only involve 1, 2, and 3. I should not see a 4 at all. Okay, so go through column by column. These 29 people, who did it like the most? Right, so look at the rankings. 1, 3, 4, they like Spider-Man the most. Right, the lower the ranking is, the more they like him. So 1's going to go to Spider-Man. Okay, after 1, who do they like next? So look at the next lowest. Be Captain America will get the 2, which means Thor will get 3. 12. So these 12 people, who do they like the most? Look for the lowest ranking. That's the 2. So Thor will get the 1. After 2, what's the next lowest ranking? So who do they like next? Captain America will get 2, which means Spider-Man will be 3. Next up will be 23. These 23 people, who do they like the most? It's going to be Thor. We'll get the 1. After Thor, who's next? It'll be Spider-Man. Right, that's the next lowest. So Spider-Man will be 2, and Captain America will be 3. 37 people. So these 37, they like Captain America most. So Captain America will get 1. After Captain America, who's next? Thor or Spider-Man? They like Thor more. So Thor will be next up at 2, which means Spider-Man will be 3. And then finally, these 8 people, they like, so 2, 4, 3, they like Spider-Man the most out of those 3. So Spider-Man will get 1. After Spider-Man, who's next? 4 versus 3. They like Thor more than Captain America. So Thor will get 2, and Captain America will get 1. So we have our rankings now with just 1s, 2s, and 3s. So now count first place votes again. Spider-Man, Captain America, Thor. Spider-Man, I see a 1 here and a 1 here. So 29 plus 8, which is 37. Captain America, I just see this 1, 1. so just the 37. Thor, I see these two ones, so 12 plus 23. And 12 plus 23 is 35. Who gets eliminated? 37, 37, 35. So Thor gets eliminated. Okay, last round is Spider-Man versus Captain America. Numbers at the bottom stay the same. And then because there's only 2 candidates left, the rankings should only involve 1s and 2s. Okay, so go through these 29 people. Who do they like more? They like Spider-Man more, so that's 1, 2. These 12 people, Spider-Man versus Captain America, which one do they like more? 2, which is Captain America, so Captain America will get 1, which means Spider-Man will get 2. These 23 people, which one do they like more? So 2 versus 3, they like 2 more than 3, so 2 will be Spider-Man, will get the 1. Captain America will get 2 there. 37, Spider-Man is 3, Captain America is 1, so they like Captain America more. So Captain America will get 1, and Spider-Man will get 2. And then finally, these 8 people, Spider-Man versus Captain America, the 1, they like Spider-Man more. So Spider-Man will get 1, and Captain America will get 2. And then one last count, Spider-Man versus Captain America. Spider-Man has these 3 ones, so that's 29 plus 23 plus 8. $60. Captain America has 2 ones, so this 12 plus 37. And 12 plus 37 is 49. Right, who gets eliminated? Captain America's gone with 49, which means the winner is Spider-Man at 60. All right, so we saw 3 voting methods today. Next time, I'm going to add the last voting method, and then we'll do some review. Until then, have a great day, and I'll see you next time.